What's up? This your man Dre Mac coming to you again with another video. This video is actually a little clarification from E-Man's movie review at his premiere at Black Panther Wakanda Forever. This is a follow-up video that he did with the Cosmic Wonder. So we're just going to take a look at it and just react to it. But the real question is, are you I actually want to talk to you about the Wakanda Forever challenge that fights children's cancer. This is a GoFundMe that E-Man from E-Man's movie review, Emmanuel Noisette, started as a fundraiser to help and benefit kids at St. Jude's Medical Center. He felt that it was in his heart and his desire, after seeing what Chadwick Boseman went through, to actually start something where it actually benefits the children. And we know our brother Chadwick fought cancer while he was going up to these children's hospitals and actually donating his time and his effort and his money to the children while he was battling this cancer. So in a way to honor him in his death, take the Wakanda Forever challenge. The link is in the bio. You see everything, and I'm gonna also post a link to E-Man's movie review where he talks about the Wakanda Forever challenge. Make sure you donate today and Wakanda Forever. I want to get into this video. The main reason why I want to get into this video, because I did the first reaction to E-Man from E-Man's movie review when he went to the screening, the premiere, and he gave his initial thoughts. And of course, you know, I react to certain things and I'm going off of his emotions and different things like that. And what he explains in the new video, which will be linked in the description of this video, is that he just had a lot going on. You know, the emotions of the premiere and all the people he's seen, and then trying to get wrapped up in the emotions of the movie and stuff. So he had to go to a second viewing to be able to kind of get some clarity and some clear thoughts. Also, it was a lot of people in the comment section, and thanks for everybody who participated in the last video and who commented or whatever, whether we agree to disagree. You know what I'm saying? It's still amazing to see you guys actually passionate about what I'm talking about. So in that particular video, I had a couple people thinking, oh, you guys don't like women, you know, because of the reaction that we had to E-Man. And so if black women are just not this and they not that because they're the main focal point in the story. Yeah, I just don't want a black woman to be Black Panther. First of all, let's dead all that. I'm coming to y'all real. Let's dead all that. One thing I am is a Black Panther fan. So I have the first appearance of Shuri. I have her first comic book run. We want to see them elevated. The problem is, and we don't know until we see this movie, we don't want the, Shuri to be elevated and pushed over the top of men while trying to downgrade and downplay men. That's the problem. We don't want to rise one up and downgrade the other. And why can't we both rise? Why does it has to be in certain medias and stuff like that, that one is put over the top and the other one is a background or something else? You know, even in the comics, when Shuri became Black Panther in the comics during Dark Reign, when Dr. Doom he put T'Challa in a comatose state, she came and rose up to the occasion. So women have been very much elevated, whether it's in comic media or this movie. The thing is, don't elevate one while downgrading the other one. That's the problem that I'm trying to convey off. So let's do this. Let's get into this video. Let's see what E-Man's talking about with the Cosmic Wonder, who will be tagged in this video, and let's go from there.
The second time that I'm going to watch the film. First time, yeah, I got the emotional stuff out the way. Second time, I'm putting my critic hat on and I'm gonna analyze the movie. And like I said, I'm going to give it a fair shot. So what you're about to see next is going to be my reaction after seeing it a second time.
All right, now we got my...
So just to put it in clear, you heard E-Man. He said he's putting on his critic hat. No emotions, logical thinking. Let's see what E-Man talks about. And shout out to E-Man and Warren Thompson from The Cosmic Wonder. Two of the guys that I mainly watch, especially for my news. I did a reaction to one of Warren Thompson's videos, so go and check that out. But shout out to these two brothers. Make sure that you guys are liking and subscribing to these channels. These guys are making waves out in YouTube, so make sure that you subscribe and of course like this video, but make sure you subscribe to these two brothers videos because they are amazing. So enough rambling, let's get to this.
Man, E-Man is the second time seeing it as well because he was at the premiere last night. E-Man's, you started the recast T'Challa movement,
yeah.
So I know this movie was very important to you.
Yes.
Going in, so you've seen it twice now.
Yes.
Thoughts?
Wow. So keeping it spoiler free. Still very emotional. I think that everything the casting crew wanted to execute in terms of communicating their pain and their journey with losing Chadwick, I think they executed that.
And I'm gonna just pause it right there. I believe that this movie was made, not intentionally, because this is not the first time I've heard this from a critic. Grace Randolph, I watched her video when she went to the premiere and watched it too. So I believe this movie is made in love. I don't believe anything is malicious. So I'm willing to give it a shot on that. In E-Man and Warren Thompson, The Cosmic Wonder, is saying both of the same things. So again, we as much as the recast T'Challa movement has affected me because he is the first black superhero in mainstream comic media, I do want to give this movie a fair shot as a movie first. My emotion second. I want to enjoy the movie, and we'll be honest, we're gonna have to come in there with some tissues, some church fans, and an obituary for T'Challa, because we already know it's going to be emotional. Everybody says this is very emotional. It starts off emotionally. So let's go ahead. Let's listen to what these brothers got to say.
I am still conflicted emotionally, and a lot of that has to do with fusing real life trauma into fiction. Because,
and again, that was one of the main issues. Is Chadwick died in real life, but putting it into a fictional universe is one of the reasons why E-Man started to recast T'Challa, because it's not fair in a fictional universe to convey a real life situation to a fictional universe and make that real. That's the same thing people had a problem with politics. Using real life events and then putting those traumas, the traumatic events, into a fictional story. So let's keep going because I want to hear what the rest of these brothers got to say.
Normally, let's say Tony Stark, right? Tony Stark dies. Spoiler alert. Sorry.
Come on, man.
You don't feel as conflicted emotionally because Robert Downey's fine, right? Yeah. But the fact that every time they would have a line about T'Challa, it sounded like they were talking about Chadwick. So I just think that depending on your level of attachment to Chadwick or T'Challa or the franchise, that's going to determine how hard this is going to hit you or not. So that's what.
And one thing that I had a friend of mine who watched my short about the recast T'Challa and how it's always an excuse when it comes to recasting T'Challa, or especially in this particular frame. One thing that a good friend of mine named Morris Brown, we deify these actors and believe, in our community, he's talking about us in our community, that no one can ever be better than this particular person. But in Hollywood, because I literally just seen this, where I love The Witcher, and they recast The Witcher from Henry Cavill to Liam Hemsworth. And as much as I love Henry Cavill, I'm still going to watch The Witcher because I like the story. Am I going to miss his grunts? Yes, but I know he's getting ready to make an impact better on Superman, and they're not killing off the character, they're just recasting, and people are mad. Yeah, but he's getting ready to do a lot of things for Superman, so I'm happy for that, and I'm still going to watch The Witcher. You know what I mean? But a lot of people are like, oh no, this is the best Witcher we ever had. Don't recast, and you should just, matter of fact, the character should just stay with Henry Cavill. That makes no sense when you got more story to tell. It's just like Batman. If Bruce Wayne, if Ben Affleck dies today, and they're getting ready to have a new movie out, which is going to be Flashpoint, you know, the Flash movie, and we look at Ben Affleck and we deify him like, no, nobody else can play Batman. Batman needs to die in that film because he needs to die with the character. People will lose their mind because their attachment with Bruce Wayne and Batman is totally different than with Ben Affleck playing Batman. So we need to separate the two. Character, actor. We don't need to dignify or deify, you know, and make this person greater than the actual character himself. Because, of course, echoing the words of E-Man, the only way you let a character continue on is to continue to tell the story. So let's finish up with these brothers gonna say.
I tell people, like, look, I feel the way I feel because I've been incredibly attached to this. I mean, T'Challa was my favorite superhero. Chadwick was one of my favorite actors. So I'm clearly going to be more sensitive about certain things when they happen. But at the same time, I totally understand how it's still a process, you know, for people to go through, as grief is. You know, everyone doesn't go through grief the same way. I will say that the awkwardness, the uncomfortability that I kind of went through was the fact that, like, when Chadwick passed, I cried. I bawled out. Like, it hurts, you know, and
I remember that too. I hit this brother up like, hey, yo, are you good? And then he told me what happened. And I was like, oh, wow, okay. You know what I mean? So, you know, I get it. I get it. We get attached to these characters, these actors. Him being a movie critic, he's not the only one that cried when Chadwick passed. I mean, there's little kids out there crying because that was their superhero. That was their Christopher Reeves. Like 80s kids like me, I was born in 1980. Christopher Reeves is Superman. So when we found out that Christopher Reeves died, yeah, it hit us all hard. It hit us hard because he was Superman. But so was Dean Cain. So was Henry Cavill. So, you know, so on and so forth. So
I had my 2 years to kind of like deal with it, and then coming back to the movie, I mean, those type of wounds don't really close, but it was like poking right back at it.
Yeah,
just reopening it a little bit. So I was just like, like again.
There are some scenes in there where it was like, oh, here it comes.
Yeah.
You're like, you know exactly what's about to happen, and you're like, yep,
right.
Just bring it on.
The waterworks.
You know, but
they're talking about, if you notice, they're talking about the wire. It's going to be emotional, man. And I think that's what I'm not ready for. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I'm not really ready for that. Because loss is hard, and I lost a really good friend and a high school sweetheart to cancer, so I understand. To know that he died of cancer and to relive that, and then knowing people who have died of cancer, especially people that are close to you, it's going to be very hard. So get prepared, people.
I will say that despite any creative differences I might have disagreed with, I still am appreciative of the fact that they try to find some common ground. My
okay, that's okay. So of course he said there's some creative differences that they have with the film, but he's like, the first time I watched it, his initial reaction, I thought there was no hope. And when I'm not talking about hope as far as recasting this version of T'Challa, 616 T'Challa. The way that he's making it seem there may be hope hope of a multiverse. I'm just being optimistic. I'm one of those type of people. If you're my friend, I'm going down with it. The band has to start playing before I go down with the ship. I mean, I'm one of those people that's always going to have just a glimmer of hope, because you never know what might happen. But he's making it seem like there's going to be certain things there's going to be in this movie that may give us a little bit of hope of a T'Challa. And maybe there's probably some creative things that I'm going to talk about when I go watch it, and I'm going to discuss it with you guys in a non-spoiler and spoiler reaction. But you know, at this point, I'm just ready to watch and see what it does. So, but hope.
Impression right now is there's a lot of legwork that needs to be done with the ending. So whatever they have,
the ending.
I'm not trying to spoil it. They better build the hell out of that.
Okay. So this is where the excitement comes about, because I want to know what that ending is, and I'm glad E-Man and Warren is not spoiling it, but I gotta see what that ending is, because if he said there's a lot of lead work and they better be building to that, there must be something greater on the horizon with this ending that they're building up to. And remember, this is the end of Phase 4. This, and then the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy Holiday Special. So, which I'm gonna cover that too. But so there is hope, people. I'm trying to have some hope. I ain't gonna lie. When I did the reaction for the first, I had no hope. I got hope now. So, let's go.
That's where I'm at with it, right? So, yeah, I'm hopeful, optimistic.
Yes.
I'm gonna keep my eye on
You guess
what happens in the future.
I think I'm with you on that. I'm like, okay, I see what you're doing.
Yeah.
Now do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's all I got. Thank you guys.
All right, that's what Prince Hakeem Noisette has for us. I'm gonna use this as a screenshot. That brother look clean right there. That's gonna be the screen grab. All right, so you just seen my full reaction to the second viewing of E-Man from E-Man's Movie Review, along with Warren Thompson from The Cosmic Wonder, talking about the second viewing, without spoilers, non-spoilers, of Black Panther Wakanda Forever. What did you guys think? Make sure to like, share, subscribe to this video or to my channel. Make sure you drop everything that you kind of feel about what you heard in the comment section. Let's talk about it. We had a good dialogue last time. I want to keep that dialogue going. Let's be positive. Let's encourage each other. Make sure that you guys are checking out that Wakanda Forever challenge, because again, if you can donate just a small amount, it'll help out somebody in need. And there's kids out there that need our help. Wakanda Forever. Vampire.